logical standpoint and a creative standpoint. I think WWE lets these guys rely on these things a little too much. Where, for instance, we were talking about the Steiner math.
Yeah.
Where they need to, and the Yeet, right? There's a point where I was watching like some of Jey Uso's promos, and it's like he's relying on it so much that I think it's like it's limiting his creativity of where he can go. Now, what I think WWE needs to do more with a lot of these guys, and they're afraid to do it, is to let them go out there and fuck up if they fuck up. Let them go out there and have that pressure put on them, and that's going to make them great.
You get what you're saying, but the thing is, Yeet is like, how can I explain this?
No,
imagine going out to the show, and an hour before a show, someone comes out and goes, "Hey guys, just remember when it's your time tonight, when we're on WWE Live, look, he wearing his Yeet."
Look,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
fuck Yeet.
Yeah.
Take Yeet off the table, right? Let's take some people who, like, for instance, that like Ricochet, right?
Right.
They'll have like these guys come out, cut a promo, but they'll like make it really quick. You know what I mean? They need to let some of these guys go out there and fucking dangle and just feel that pressure. And that's either going to make them... we have a lot of coals on the roster that need to be turned into diamonds. And they're not getting the pressure put on them from WWE. WWE lets them... Hold real quick. WWE lets them sit in their comfort zone for too long because they're afraid. They don't have enough trust in their roster, or like they don't believe in their roster enough because they're probably not as talented as past rosters.
That's true.
And they don't like let them go out there and fucking
you don't understand
feel the pressure
the
anymore.
thing is, I don't think it is that they don't let them feel the pressure, because I think they're getting pressure from society. Everything that's getting
Social
canceled,
media.
cancel culture, all these other things that are banning things, they don't want to get into that riffraff.
Like, let's be really safe.
So they got to be really safe and keep it, tighten it, and under control with their control. That's why creative is getting the criticism it has been getting.
I don't believe it's fully that. I think there's an element of that, but I think a big part of it is that they know a lot of these guys, once they get that pressure put on them, they're gonna fucking buckle. But they don't want top talents on national TV buckling. That's what they're afraid of, having that social media backlash and people making fun of them and all that type of stuff. They're protecting their wrestlers too much. Like, they're not letting them fuck up enough. Think of every time there's a botch in a match, it's all over the internet the next day.
I get that, but understand, like I was saying, the social media, cancel culture, everything to that nature is killing the creativity side due to the fact that they're doing the same formula. Because even back in the day, all right, kid, you're out. You have a minute and a half to say what you got to say. The crowd got to love you. We even seen it kind of shown in Young Rock. To that, if they do that now, they're even more limited to what they could say from then. Their fuck up time is crucial.
Yeah.
They could have fucked up back in the day in that 30 seconds, and it would have been something that was like, what the fuck did he just say? But it would just roll off the back.
Let me just give you a little more detail.
Yeah.
For instance, Jey Uso, right?
Right.
They need to go to him one night, and just say, tonight you're cutting a serious promo. A serious, heartfelt promo about your family and all that type of stuff. And hold on, tell him, don't do any comedy shit. Don't joke around. And I'm not saying like that's going to be like an amazing thing, but you got to put these guys in positions where they're like, oh, fuck, what am I going to do? And then they have to think. And then Jay has to sit around, instead of playing fucking video games all night until his segment comes up, he can fucking sit around and like have to write a promo or come up with something on the spot. You get what I mean?
But get it. Two things with that. One, now you're putting it in the 50-50 chance of, all right, you're going from being comical to serious with a serious promo. If you fuck that up, whatever the future you had for that is kind of now sketchy because of that fuck up from that promo.
That's the point, though. is that's why we get bullshit every week, is because we don't get the people getting like put through the ringer, where back in the day they used to work the territories,
Right.
or they work different companies or whatever. And the thing is that they would get training in every kind of like environment.
Not to mention now, if you haven't noticed, they have categorized wrestlers. They might not say it on television, but we can see the categorized. We know the jobbers. We know just the backstage wrestlers we're only going to see. We know the guys that's just going to say something on the big screen more than being in the ring saying
we know who's there just to be an ambassador behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with this, Jay has a role. Jay's role, like I'm saying, is to interact with fans. Be the fan interactor. So regardless of what kind of wrestling you're doing, who you beat, who you lose to, you just have to be the one that fans like.
Yes.
So that being said, they have no thought process of even putting him in the ringer when they already put him as a title to just go do that. This
is the equivalent, right? Is The Rock is Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
And they tell him, go out and just smile. You're the fan guy. You're the happy-go-lucky baby face.
Right.
And The Rock never pushed back on that. You get what I mean? And The Rock they never said, you know what, it's not working, you're gonna go heel.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that they don't do that enough or quick enough. They'll like run something through and give us shitty entertainment for a year before they go, all right, this isn't working.
But you know what?
It's like, bro, after a month.
You know what I also noticed?
After 2-3 months, let it go.
Rocky Maivia becoming The Rock. They didn't have people on X or a Dave Meltzer going, wasn't he just Rocky Maivia last week? Don't forget he was just Rocky Maivia.
No, they did. It just wasn't as like prevalent.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of harder to wipe a funk nowadays than it was.
Not necessarily.
It's hard to compare.
Because
how many times were they ever able to go lately and fix the thing?
Wyatt 6 so far. Nobody's really going like, it's stupid, it's Dexter Lumis.
I don't think they wiped the board off because we knew this while Bray was alive.
No, what I'm saying is the characters that they introduced, like nobody's mad at Nikki Cross playing Sister Abigail.
That's the only one that was a mash show, Chris. We've been discussing Wyatt 6
you said give you a
we've been discussing Wyatt 6 since Bray was still alive. So it's not like it was a wipe off from the board and let's put this on the board and give it a try.
Wait, maybe I'm...
It was already on the train. I'm talking about when has... As of lately, WWE have gone, let's wipe the board, put something in, and it worked.
But that's my point, is that they don't do that. When have they ever done that, period?
Cody.
No, he came in as a new guy, like a new version of Cody. He didn't build that in WWE.
No, I'm talking about just that the fan demand of him getting his WrestleMania shot, not The Rock.
Yeah, but I don't think that is what you were saying. You're saying like a complete revamp. And he didn't change his name either.
No, I'm not saying a name change. Oh, well, yeah, wipe of a character and made him like brand new, and it worked immediately after. Like they give them time off. They let them sit down for some time, and then they recreate them.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. It's never been just
no. I'm not saying anybody specific at this point.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about Jey Uso specifically or anybody. I'm saying like just in general, there's not enough like, all right, Dragunov.
Right.
I've actually been watching his matches, and I actually like his style. I like his matches because I was like, what are people looking like? What are people seeing? And then I'm like watching it. I'm like, okay, he has his own style. Like I could see, for instance, if you put him in a video game, you'd have to have somebody mocap his fucking style.
Yeah.
Because it's different, right? The thing is though, they need to now put pressure on him. You need to get better as a promo. So we're gonna put you on TV until you like, and if you fuck up, we're not gonna hit your music to get you out of it. We're gonna let you sit out there for another minute.
You know what I'm thinking?
But do you get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you're talking about Dragunov, and I'm just really thinking about certain wrestlers and certain like pops they have and what they had to do, right? And I'm thinking WWE, why they're not doing it the way you're saying is because they're trying to low-key emulate New Japan wrestling, like that
yes, and that doesn't work in America.
And it's just wrestling,
and it doesn't work in America.
So
It never has.
Because look at someone like Shinsuke. Shinsuke's went up on the chart, and he has not cut a promo that's worth a damn. Like he didn't. Maybe that's where he is now. Why he's not where he is.
Why he's not a main eventer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have. Listen, they should have put more pressure on Shinsuke to learn English. Learn English, or we're sending you to the fuck back to Tokyo, or where the fuck you come from.
It's fucked up.
That's what they should have done.
And
You're in America now. You're in America. John Cena learned Mandarin. You're in America. Learn English so you can connect with the goddamn fan base.
If it's not in their contract that it's a requirement to speak English,
you're right. You might be right. That might be discrimination.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We could bring this back up on the real show.
Listen, all I'm saying, all of them, the fucking luchadors, learn English. Rey Mysterio became the greatest luchador on the planet, but he knew how to speak English. He didn't have to talk all the time.
He was born in California.
Eddie Guerrero. Wasn't he Mexican?
He was born in Texas.
Dragon Lee, learn some fucking English. I don't even know if he... No, he doesn't. He cuts his promos in
subtitles.
Spanish, yeah. You're not going to get over with that. You're not.
Unless you have a translator saying it in English, and he has to be a great manager.
Listen, I'm fine. This is how it works in America, right? Yeah. We're not going to learn Japanese. But give us English with a Japanese accent. That's what we like.
Even the Iron Sheik was speaking English back in the day.
Yes. Broken English, but it was English.
It was English.
We understood every other word. That's all I'm saying. You gotta be able to connect with your fans, and they don't do that. And that's why a lot of these guys don't get like huge pops when they come out, but they'll get pops in the ring. And that's what fans keep telling me.
Shinsuke gets pop in the
because he has a great entrance.
Yeah.
It's like usually one or the other.
And when he goes, oh well, matter of fact, I think that's when they connect with the come on.
It's the only thing he knows how to say in English.
Watching the Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Pete Ortiz, thank you. Where's Vince when you need him? That's why Vince was great. That's why Vince was able to.
I'm going to say
he made diamonds.
Whoever left with Vince was great.
And Vince. You're going to say John Laurinaitis was great?
I'm saying Pritchard was probably better.
He's still there.
Under the ruling of Vince.
That's what I'm saying.
Still the people, not Vince.
It's when they say